What is up, everybody? It's Cooper here, and today back in a Minecraft video, and today we're back here with another Redstone tutorial. So today we'll take a look at TNT Cannons. Now, okay, before we just start, I'm just gonna tell you guys we have 5 different designs here, as you can see behind me, and I'll be showing you guys how to build every single one and each and every one. So stay tuned for that, and yeah, let's hop straight into it. But before we just hop right onto it, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It takes about 2 seconds to hit it. So yeah, just go ahead and hit that, and yeah, let's get this start going on. So here we have the first design. Now this first design is the super old design, which is the manual one. So basically you place down a couple pieces of TNT and place one right there. Then you hit the button and it will activate that, and then 12 ticks later it will activate that TNT and it will explode. Now just before you guys head down to comment section, say that this can be expandable, and yes, of course it can be expandable, so you can expand it as far as you want, but of course this water limit can only go so far, so that is something to watch out. So this is a super easy design. Basically place in 3 TNT right there. So this is manual, and we're going to take a look at the autos ones just in a second, but this one's also pretty powerful. So let's hop on right to the tutorial. Alright, so guys, we're now back and time for the tutorial. So you're gonna need everything in my hotbar. For this first one, blocks will vary once again. So basically you want to start off with this 3x6 area. Obviously, once again, I'll mention this again. It is fully expandable, so you can expand it, for example, maybe like 8 blocks long, whatever, but you want to play kind of a bit of a U shape like this. Like that, and then you want to go on either side and place in a block like this, that block up like this. Now this block is just preventing it from shooting across into the sky, because it was an update that was actually added that makes TNT shoot in the sky. By the way, you actually need a ladder, just almost forgot about that. You want to place it in the ladder right there, and then you want to place in some water right there. You want to place maybe a block like this, or you can have your button right here, but I like it just like this. Place a block up like this is your button facing upwards, or you can place it on the side, whatever. Make sure this is your input just on this block, but I'm just gonna put it like this. To be clear, you want to place redstone on either side and extend this redstone all the way across, but not this block. Then you want to have this redstone dust, place in 4 repeaters like that. Set them all to 4 delay, or unless you want the TNT to explode super fast, and that will do it. So your machine is fully functioning. If I quickly grab myself some TNT, so TNT, this is fully functional. Place down a couple ones right there, one like this. Hit the button, power that TNT, power that one, then shoot it like this. But if you don't have this block, it will still work, but it won't really hit your target or whatsoever. So you hit that, and it'll just go flying across the sky like this. Unless your base is like this big, then you can use this, but I recommend placing a block above it. So hop on straight onto the second design. So here we have the second design right here. So right here, this one's automatic. So this is the exact same as the first design, but automatic. Now this one is just requires some more dispensers, and that really is it. Once again, this one is expandable, but of course you have to watch for the water limit. And once again, you can remove this block and hit the button, and as you can see, this one will fire, and then fire that one, and we'll just go across the sky. So let's see how to build this one. Now we're on to design 2 tutorial. So basically you need everything in my hotbar. So get started once again with a 3x6 area. Once again, this is expandable, so once again you will start off with quite of a U shape like this. Then you will replace these blocks with dispensers like this, and fill with TNT. Place it in a ladder, then place another dispenser like this. So that's all the dispensers placed in. You will place in a couple pieces of redstone dust like this with a block. Then we have some redstone dust right there. Repeaters going all across the line. Set them all to 4 ticks, unless once again you want the TNT to explode super fast. And don't forget, I always forget this, but you'll place in some water. So sometimes I actually tend to forget water, and then my whole TNT cannon just explodes, and I don't even know why that happens. And of course I figured it out. It is the water, and as you can see, this TNT is fired off into the distance and it exploded. So that is it for the second design. Now we'll take a look at the third design just right here. So here's the third design, and this I like to call the tiny TNT cannon, because as you can see, this is a TNT cannon. Look how small this thing is compared to these ones. These are huge. It doesn't require much resources either. So hit this button, and then TNT fires there, TNT fires there, and it shoots off into the distance. Now, of course, it doesn't shoot very far because, of course, it doesn't have many power. It's pretty tiny, but of course, it works like a charm. And look how much resources you need. Redstone torch, redstone does button. Like, I don't know should I even do a tutorial, but for those of you who are confused, I will still do a tutorial. So yeah, let's hop onto it. Okay, so now back, to build the third design, you need everything in my hotbar. As you can see, pause the video if you need, but you want to place it in a couple blocks like this. You want to place some blocks up like this. It doesn't have to be glass. I just tend to like to use glass. But then you want to place in a dispensers like this. Then you want to place in a redstone torch like this with a dispenser. Now, of course, that won't dispense anything, but if you give an update, which we're going to place some water right here, it will cause an update. So basically, quickly just place a block right there, place in some water that updates it. Now that TNT won't explode because we had the water placed in, and quickly place some of that in. But if you don't have TNT filled in yet, then good lucky thing. But if you have TNT already filled in first, then you have to do what I have to do, or if you're in creative, once again, you have to do what I did. But there you go. Here is the design. Redstone does like this, and one button. Sorry, I was talking throughout that, so you didn't really see me say place some redstone dust whatsoever. But I don't know you guys would need it, but to get the best effect, I would recommend using wooden button. So this redstone torch has a longer pulse before activating the TNT again, so it fires a lot later. It gives a lot delay, so I didn't see it gives a lot delay, and it shoots off to the distance and explodes. So that is design number 3, the tiny TNT cannon. I actually love this design. So here is cannon number 4. So this is kind of a little bit of a manual one, and it doesn't require much resources, as you can see once again. So basically, we hit the button, and then you'll have to run over here and then flick this lever a couple hundred times, and of course it will shoot a lot of TNT. So this is the manual. So once again, you can do this, and then you do a couple hundred times with that, and then it'll explode all. Oh, okay. I think I know why that exploded, because I hit it about 7 million times and it exploded right here. So that is a problem. So this design, I wouldn't really recommend it, because sometimes if you accidentally mess up, your whole thing will blow up. So yeah, so just consider that. But basically here we have the tutorial. So yeah, let's hop straight on to the tutorial. Okay, now on to the tutorial. So here we have a 3x6 area. A lot of these are 3x6 areas. I just made them like this, but you want to place in a couple dispensers. Okay, never mind. Place in a couple dispensers. So once again, you just need everything in the hotbar. I don't think I need to repeat that, but you want to place in just 4 blocks on either side like this. On one side, you want to place in a couple dispensers like this. Then you want to place in here blocks like this, so TNT doesn't dispense on this block. Obviously that will cause a big problem. You want to place in 2 ladders with a water bucket, and quickly just replace these with some redstone dust. Then your button, then your lever will go right there, and as you see, it will work. So this, and then flick this, flick that, and then it will go all over the place. So I'm pretty sure what happened was actually the TNT shot and then bounced back to the TNT cannon. So don't shoot too much, unless you're doing for this like TNT wars or whatever. Okay, no. Sometimes that will glitch out, so that's why you really need this. That's why you need this pillar. So sometimes that will happen, and I think the stuff despawn, right? Okay, so yeah, there we go. It shoots more accurate, and still goes out instead of like the other one that just shot right here. It was shot like right here when you put like a pillar, but this one is still goes slightly outward. So this one is a very good design. So just don't flick that too much. Oopsies, totally did not just break that. And you want this pillar, so you can't accidentally do that. But moving on to design number 5 right here. So the final design. This is a slightly more complex design, but it will still work. So basically hit this button and it will do everything for you. Sit back and watch. It dispenses about 100 TNT and shoots them off into the distance, and look at how crazy that is. Now this one is also not required, like a decent amount of what it can do, but it does require a lot unless you're playing like TNT Wars once again. But this thing is also very reliable. Watch I say that and it blows up because I haven't really tested it, but as you can see it works. And yeah, hop on straight to the tutorial once again. Alright, so once again you need everything on the hotbar. So this time you want to start with a 4x7 area. So get started with that. You'll start on this right here, row number 2, and start placing in some blocks like this. Yeah, like that. And then what you want to do is basically, this is a tricky part. You want to destroy this block, placing dispenser and dispenser and dispenser. Then basically, just gonna replace that with solid block, some redstone dust right there, and some redstone dust right there. Okay, and your button, place it wherever, but you want to place it in a block like this. And I'm just gonna remove all of these and replace them all with solid blocks. So I believe that's how it works. And by the way, I did mess up a little bit. You need these 2 extra blocks right there, but I didn't really thought they matter, I guess. I don't know, I just didn't worry about them. But you do need those 2 extra blocks for some redstone dust like that. A block, then a block up like this. A comparator set to subtract mode. Redstone dust. So we just created a comparator clock. But you want to fill this side up with blocks first, with some ladders, with your water in right there. So that should flow in. Then what you want to do is you want to place in dispensers on either side like that, and then dispensers just going up like that. Then basically you want to lead your redstone up like this with some redstone dust on top of both of those, and then you want to place so a block like this, then block up like this, blocks across like this. So that will create a barrier for the TNT shooting upwards, and it'll also create this area for you to place your TNT. So basically hit the button, does everything for you. Sit back and watch. Sitting back and watching, watch it go across the world. Alright, that almost blew itself up, but it should shoot enough for you to not blow up. So it just shot. Look at this massive hole we created. It's like it's such a large hole. I don't even know what to say. But it's time for me to explain how everything works. So basically, stay tuned if you want to know how everything works. So yeah, let's hop on. Okay, so here we have design number 1. So here is the super basic design. Now I'm just gonna quickly grab some TNT. So here I grab some TNT. But basically, how it works, we place down a couple pieces of TNT and TNT. So as you see, that have now blocked the water. But when you hit this button, the TNT is ignited and it goes transparent, so the water can flow in like this, and then it flows the TNT in onto this block, and then there's a TNT right here, and then this repeater line just takes quite a while to make it to the TNT. So this will explode first, and this explodes, and when this explodes, it's actually in the air because it's already been shot. It was been shot by these TNT right here. So that's basically how it works. So you can see all that happening right here. So this redstone line powers these TNT, then this repeater line makes it just into its way to this TNT and shoots it up. Now this one works in a similar fashion, but basically just uses dispensers right here. Okay, I was in the wrong area, but hit the button. It powers these TNT right here first, and then takes quite a while to this dispenser right here. So basically it's the exact same thing, but just with dispenser. So I don't think that needs quite explained. But design number 3 right here, this tiny TNT cannon. Basically when we hit this button obviously powers this dispenser. So it also powers the block, which is powering these 2 redstone dust, which is also powering these 2 dispensers. But nothing is powering this, but except for this redstone torch. So this turns off, and then it turns back on. That means it will power this dispenser, also powering this one, and then it shoots it out because these ones fire first, and then it explodes in midair because this one was fired a bit late. So that is pretty simple. Design number 4, super self-explanatory. I don't even know it does this need explaining, but this button powers the dispenser and it powers these 2 redstone dust, so it shoots these out. And basically we have this lever. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Never mind. Explain, but basically you hit the button and you hit the lever a couple hundred times so you can shoot a bunch of TNT out, so that doesn't really need explaining, so it didn't matter. But design number 5, this one is a little bit more complex. So once again, these redstone dust power these dispensers, then this redstone dust is powering this block, which we can take a repeater output, and then it will take quite a while for this to reach a comparator, and this comparator is set in subtract mode. So basically we have a comparator clock, and basically it goes down in synchronous. So it's 15, 14, 13, subtract 15 by 13, yes, and then so that means we get 2, 1, 0. That means not subtracting it, we get a whole new pulse, 15, 14, 13, then 2, 1, 0, 15, 14, 13, and you guys get the idea. And that means we get a bunch of pulses that will like power these dispensers, that will power them constantly. And once again, because of quasi connectivities, this redstone does powering this dispenser. Well, actually it's not quasi connectivity because this redstone is a block. Because no, it's not quasi connectivity. Never mind, take back my words. But this would be quasi connectivity. Excuse me. So we hit the button. This is still quasi connectivity. As you can see, use 1 TNT in there, and it fires off distance and still works like that. So that is all the explaining done. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe for more videos like this. I enjoy making these, and we hit a lot of subscribers. I don't care anymore. And yeah, see you guys next time on another Minecraft video. Bye guys.